Okay, today's topic is cardio versus weights. Wh- oof. Which should you do first? Apologies for the blunder. Let's get into it. Should you hit the treadmill before or after lifting? You probably heard both. One camp says cardio kills your gains. The other says it's the key to fat loss. So, who's right? Cardio and weight training are two different types of stress. Cardio mainly uses your aerobic system, meaning your body's focusing on oxygen and endurance. I want you to think long run, cycle, high interval training. Weights, on the other hand, rely more on the anaerobic system, which is your stored energy in your muscles to lift heavy. Explosive loads like squats, deadlifts, the lot. Now, both are 1000% beneficial, depending on whatever your goal is. However, here is the key. Your body's going to adapt to the stress you give it. So whichever one you do first, your body prioritizes, okay? If you start with cardio, your energy focus and glycogen, which is your body's stored fuel, goes towards endurance. Now, if you start with weights, that same energy fuels strength and muscle growth. Got it? So, which should you do first? The answer is, it depends on your goal. It's more nuanced than you think. Now, if your main goal is to build muscle strength, weight should come first. Okay? You'll need your energy for those heavy lifts and good form. Doing cardio beforehand will certainly cause fatigue in your legs and your central nervous system, which means your brain cannot send as many signals to your muscles, and that means you cannot recruit as many muscle fibers, meaning you're going to lift way less than you would otherwise. Now, in addition, your glycogen stores will be very much depleted, which is a main energy source from carbs your body releases when doing both cardio and or lifting. And so consequently, you will have less fuel available to lift harder, meaning you're going to lift less weights with less power and get less benefits. And so if your primary goal is to build muscle and or strength, do not, I repeat, do not do cardio beforehand. At most, the only cardio you should do prior is a warm-up. Not too intense, not too long. However, if your goal is improving endurance, then cardio first makes more sense. Your body's going to be fresh for the thing you care about the most. A lot of fitness creators will make the dangerous mistake of misinforming their audience with a BS line like, if your goal is fat loss, then cardio first, then the weights after. Now that is horrible, horrible advice for a few reasons. Fat and or weight loss is dictated by creating an energy deficit, eating less on a weekly average basis than your body is used to eating, and moving more in general, again over a weekly basis. When you lift first, using the reserves and stores I spoke of earlier, you build and maintain muscle and reduce fat overall. This is backed by studies from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research from 2014 to 18, which found over 8 to 12 weeks, people who lifted first and did cardio after maintained way more lean muscle mass and lost slightly more fat overall. So even if your goal is to lose weight or lose fat, lifting weights first makes the most sense. Then you do cardio afterwards. Okay? Now, if you want a bit of the best of both worlds, assuming you work out 4 or 5 days a week, program 3 of those days to be a lift only day and the other 1 or 2 to be cardio only days. What about people who want both muscle and want to get fitter? Great question. And that's most of us, to be fair. Not everyone just wants to be bulky or whatever, or have muscles. Some of us want to be in shape and have really great heart health, you know. The trick is timing and recovery. Either separate your cardio and weights sessions by a few hours, or even better, do them on alternative days. But if you're training both in one session, here's the golden rule. Do the thing that aligns with your main goal first. Got it? Let's talk about the interference effect. You might have heard this phrase online, and it basically means that too much cardio can interfere with muscle growth signaling in your bodies. Now, it's not that cardio kills your gains. What it does, it actually makes recovery way harder. Okay, studies show that when done correctly, combining both can still lead to great results in the long run. The interference only really hits hard when high intensity cardio directly before or directly after a workout occurs. When you're not recovering properly due to poor sleep, stress, or lack of protein. Ways to minimize it. Separate sessions by time. Ideally do cardio 6 hours apart from lifting or on an alternative day completely. Fuel and recover properly. Carbs before cardio, protein after lifting, even carbs before lifting, okay? Sleep on point, choose steady state type of cardio, so incline walking, cycling, or even swimming. Far less disruptive than high intensity intervals or runs. Don't overdo the volume. 2 to 3 cardio sessions a week is plenty for health and fat loss without killing your gains and running into the interference effects. Now, here are my final thoughts. The key is intentional training. You can absolutely lift and run, build muscle and stay lean as long as your structure supports your goal. So the next time someone says, cardio is killing your gains, like these old school athlete next videos, remember, it's not cardio versus weights. It's cardio and weights, done in the right order for you, depending on your goal. Now, if you learned something, give me a like and a follow. And if you're thinking of locking into training, whether through online coaching or in person with me, feel free to hit the link tree in my bio or description and sign up now. Act fast. I know you're ready for change. If you've got to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Please, if you're not following, please follow on all my social media, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Have a lovely day, guys. Thank you.